charge my tablet. See how it goes. Now, today it's only partly cloudy, so it's not the best conditions in the world. Let's see how long the cable is here. We've got USB 2, would be the higher output USB port. The cable's really short. Might have to get a different cable. See if you can see all that in the camera. That's a long solar panel. I'm going to have to get a towel to cover my tablet with. But, let me see here. And it kicked on. The tablet is showing that it is charging. Yes, it is. Let me unlock and see what percentage we have here. I can barely see because I'm outside. We are charging 69%. Okay. Can't see. Alright, put it back to sleep mode. Covered up. I'm going to put a towel over that. So right now it's 69% at 1:30 in the afternoon. And partly sunny. So it's really not perfect. It's actually overcast, somewhat overcast, but it's coming and going. So we'll let it go for a while. We'll cover that up, and we'll come back later and see how it does. I'm pretty excited to see how well it performs out here. 14-watt solar panel. Should charge that up pretty well. Well, it's 4 o'clock. Let's see what we got here for progress. Never find that power button on the side of this, and oh, charging 92%. So it's working well. 92%. It's almost done.
As you can see, the panel's giving us around 6.4 amps, which is more than enough to run a camp for a day. So with this set up through a good deep cycle battery, you could camp forever if it didn't get too cloudy. And we'll check its cloud performance now by moving it into the shade. In total shade, the charge has dropped to 0.74, which is pretty much what we'd expect. So it's not going to work in absolute shade, turned well away from the sun. Now we'll try it in some dappled light. In dappled light, about 50% cover, it's giving 2.6 amps, which isn't bad. Now we've just thrown it on the ground, so we're simulating someone who's too lazy to prop it up, or in this case the wind has got up and it's probably going to blow over anyhow. So lying on its back, it's giving us 3.7 to 3.8 amps, which will run a fridge. This battery was at 12.2 half an hour ago, and while we've been fiddling around, it's gone up to over 12.3, so in half an hour that's not bad. With full sun, they reckon this will charge in 7 hours, a dead flat battery. One of the things I like is the ease of packing this away. It's much better than a rigid panel. Chuck the pegs out. Job's done.
20-watt kit. So you can see visually they look identical to what we had before. It's a hard-wearing carry case that the kit comes in, fully zip-locked, hard-wearing. This is the 120-watt. You can see the Bosch logo on each cell, so they're genuine A-grade Bosch solar cells. Robust support legs, adjustable with a wing nut, so you can adjust the angle of inclination to the sun. Let's have a closer look at the back. So this is the back of the folding solar panel kit. Let's just have a closer look at what is included and what changes have been made in these kits. Before we talk about the controller, let's just have a look at the cable. We've upgraded the cable size from 4mm squared to 6mm squared cable, twin core, as you can see. So it's heavy duty alligator clips and Anderson plugs. So you can choose to use either the Anderson plug or the alligator clips to connect to your battery. It's got an inline fuse for protection. Each kit has an electrical nameplate on the back with all the electrical specs and the dimensions. These are the junction boxes for each half of the solar panel. They're wired together and feed into the solar charge controller. This is where the main change has been in these kits. So as you can see, we've changed the brand to EP Solar. They're a Beijing based company. It's a well-known brand. Still a pulse width modulation controller, PWM, but we've now chosen a model which has got a LCD display on it. So as you'll see when we take it outside and connect it to the battery, it tells you in real time what the volts and the amps from the battery is to the battery and what's coming out of the solar panel. Another feature we've added that is pretty rare, I haven't seen it on the market, is the ability to bypass the solar charge controller with Anderson plugs. Some of the feedback we have from our customers was that some of the camper trailers, for example, have a red arc battery management system in where they have a solar charge controller already included. And what